Hey, what's up? This is Dilio. Happy 2023 to you. We're back. We're here. And I just want to say thank you to all my viewers and subscribers for rocking with me up to this point. I know that this platform can be a little crazy sometimes. You may not know what's going on. Of course, I don't know what's going on your side of the screen. You know, you may have life happening. So if you made it to this point, I'm glad that you did. And I just want to start off with gratitude and thanks. And because, as you've seen from our live streams, gratitude is a very big thing here. And so with that being said, you know, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting. If you've downloaded any of my music, or if you've bought any of my products that I have on my website. I know I have not updated the product line in a long time, and that's my mistake. So I'm going to fix that and get disciplined on that. And, you know, I just want to say thank you. If you don't know who I am and you're new to my channel, I'm Dilio. I used to go by Dilio T2K, but Dilio T2K sort of became a brand. My artist name was always Dilio. And this is my YouTube channel. This is where I share my talents with the world. I've been on this platform for a long time. We still haven't made 100K. You know, that's sort of a milestone that YouTube puts in front of you. And it's very easy to kind of get caught up in the numbers, you know, because they matter to so many people, even though they shouldn't. And it's very easy to make the mistake of, well, if I don't get a pop or a response from sharing things on social media, it's very easy to kind of just say, well, I guess what I'm doing isn't good. It's very bad in that regard. But that's the world we live in, and you have to learn to not let the lack of numbers, because we have to take time and take inventory. It is my belief that a lot of these social media platforms work that way on purpose to make you pay or buy into the promotion. I know it's a promotional world that we live in now, and I think it's important to know that it's okay to buy in and pay for that. The challenge of that is that you have to try different platforms and different methods to move forward. But once again, I just want to say thank you. I know I get into a tangent. One thing I could advise is to no longer make declamations on social media. 90% of people don't really care. You know, they may give you a like, they may not give you a like. I mean, how good does it feel? Don't you get a dopamine hit when you post, hey, I'm going to do something? Then you get the pop of response, and then it's like, all right, yeah, you know. And then what happens when no one responds? You know, I think it definitely should make declarations, but I think that your declarations should be to yourself. I think that your declarations should be personal, handwritten for you and for you only. Unless you have someone in your life that you really care about, that's with you, that's present with you, to have that conversation with them. But I don't think it's important to make declarations. I think it's important to commit or recommit, or to finish what you start, because, again, you really don't know who's on your side, but I think it's good to promote. But as far as goals and what you want to do, declaring it, I mean, we've done that. I mean, how many years have we done that? How many years have we said that we're going to do this and do that, you know, and we haven't. So there's no need to make declarations or anything like that on social media. Social media, I think, is probably one of the biggest causes of mental health issues in the world, especially if you're on the bad end of the stick. Now, if you're somebody popular and you get a lot of followers and all that stuff, it can make you feel good about yourself. It's like, wow, all I got to do is just crap out something and I feel good. But there's the other side of the coin. And it's very interesting that a lot of people who create this stuff, these social media platforms, don't use it themselves. And I wonder, why is that? Why is that? The time now is to consume. Oh, I'm sorry, correction, delete that. The time now is to no longer consume. If you're a creative person, or you want to be creative, if you're a writer, if you're a singer, music producer, musician, artist, it's time better spent now to produce, to create, to post your content, to share it with the world, not with the expectation of it taking off or blowing up, because it's all about consistency. And I spend enough time consuming. I spend enough time consuming what, Netflix and Disney Plus and all this other stuff. Even watching YouTube is a form of consumption. And I think it's time better spent to study. You know, it's only so much you can study on YouTube. And one thing I've noticed about YouTube, and even me myself, you can sometimes get some good information, but a lot of times it's very fragmented, and it's not a focused course of study. It's not a focused course of study. So it's very easy to get a lot of information, but then it's like, okay, what do I do with that information? How does it all tie together? But I think it's better time spent to study. Like, instead of just watching crap when you come home from work. I mean, really get into subjects and stuff that will help you move forward. Study, restudy, recommit. Come back to it. And that goes to another thing, because we stop. At this point now in life, we know what to do. We know what to do. It's no longer of, I don't know what to do. It's not that we don't know what to do. It's that we've stopped doing what we were supposed to do. We've stopped somewhere on the way. We let life stop. And I'll be the first to tell you that I let things stop. I was running very good. I was running 5Ks, or at least jogging. And when I had a traumatic life experience, and this is after this traumatic life experience, but that traumatic life experience allowed it to stop me from running, right? I was doing jump rope, and I was doing all this stuff, and I was creating music and doing all this stuff, but I let certain things stop me. And so it's no longer an issue of knowing what to do or having a skill set. It's about, what am I doing now to complete and to not stop? So this is my advice to you, to come back to what you're doing and don't stop. I mean, and that goes to another thing. How long are you going to let whatever it is that's stopping you from finishing that song or that EP or that whatever, or book? How long is it going to let you? How long are you going to let it stop you? We can no longer allow it. We have to say no. Like, I'm writing a song, and that song that I'm writing is I'm saying no to a lot of things. And when I come to the verse of it, the end of the verse, I say this. I say, I've been through this too many times before. I felt negatively about this too many times before. I've stopped too many times before. But this time I'm saying no. Sometimes you got to say no to yourself. Sometimes you got to say no to yourself from stopping. You see yourself. Everybody's aware of what they're doing. If you're really pitching, you know what you're doing. And then you go into it and you just let yourself do it. Or you just let yourself stop. Or this time of day, next day, you had a plan to do it. Something came around and stop. My advice to you is just come back to it. You know, I've definitely made some mistakes, and that's why it comes to discipline. Discipline's good. Making mistakes is okay. We got to be okay with that. If you're by yourself, you know, it's very easy in this world to kind of take the by yourself thing and look at the negative sides of it and say, well, there's no one there to support me. But there are advantages to being by yourself. One thing is that you have total domain control. You have total environment control. You set the tone always. There's not going to be a random person there coming anything random. You control the environment. You know, if you're focusing on losing weight, you don't have to worry about someone else eating whatever they want, and you have to be even stronger not to eat what they're eating. There's advantages to it. There's advantages to being by yourself, and if you really search your mind and your heart, I think you'll find certain advantages too, if you choose to look at it from that perspective. But if you choose to look at it from the perspective that you might have seen it before in a negative way, of course the situation will hurt and be negative. So, you know, it goes down to this. Are you tired of being upset? Aren't you tired of just kind of being there before? You know, note that. Inventory that. Remember that, so that you know what to do next time. You know what got you to this point. You know what got you to failure. You know, I mean, I'll be transparent with you. I've been making mistakes. One of my mistakes is that I haven't been submitting music to where I'm supposed to submit to it. I haven't. And so therefore I can't say why. Now, if I submit it and do it as many times as I plan on doing it, and I still don't get a pop, well, I guess there's two options. I could say I've done it and I'm going to try something else, or I keep on going. We don't get to know how the end looks like. All we do know is that if we got it done or not. And if we haven't got it done, then we got to try something else. So say no to what you're said yes to in the past. Say no to it. And say yes to new things. Say yes to coming back to it. Saying yes to picking up that keyboard. Say yes to picking up that pen and that paper. Say yes to turning on your computer and getting back to making music. Say yes to recording. Don't wait for someone else's movement. Be your own movement. Well, I hope this encourages you. Thank y'all so much. Happy 2023. Definitely more things in store, more products in store. I'm actually, if you made it to this part of the video, I'm actually considering doing a remake again. Definitely post in the comments below. I know a lot of people like it when I do that. It's 50-50 for me at this point. But with that being said, thank y'all for watching. I'm Delio. Peace out.